Hey there, guys. This is Jimmy Williams again. I just want to say congratulations on your continued success and all that you're doing. I do see that quite a bit of you registered for the webinar, and some of you guys were on that webinar with us yesterday, and some of you weren't able to make it. And I totally understand that because you have to work and, all the different things that you're doing. As you can see, I'm here in my studio, got my little board here where I do all my training and stuff, for all of you guys that's going to be going with us over onto the advanced side, the paid training side, the paid membership side that we're starting. I'm going to be going over that and how that's going to work. But again, congratulations on your continued success. We had major complications yesterday when I did the live webinar. So because of the interruptions and things with problems I had with Zoom, unfortunately, I had to go and re-record it again, and it's just basically you're going to see me and this little video here that you're looking at here. Let me move this out of the way. This is the bonus video that you see that's playing here that I sent to you guys yesterday. You guys got that in addition to this webinar that I had to record again as a bonus, as my way of saying thank you for being a part of this. And maybe there's going to be some things on this 1 hour video here that I'm not going to cover in this webinar. But again, I always try to give you more than what you paid for and give you more value and to build a heavy foundation so that your investment that you put into this is really worth it. All right. As you can see, we're changing some things and we're trying to create a platform that's going to help you get from A to Z much faster than if you were in the group that we have now. And that's why I'm starting a new group. That's what this whole meeting is all about. We're starting a more advanced group. It's a paid membership, Facebook / club, so to speak. It's a membership. You have access to the new paid members group, plus you'll be a part of our website. All right. And you're going to have access to products and services and softwares, and you're going to be able to go on, do certain events that everyone else can't do. We're going to have a lot of extra things that I can't offer to the free group. There's certain packages where you can actually offer the free vacations, that I offer to my clients and to you guys. That I've given over 500 of those, by the way. And just for being on this, you guys get a free vacation. But I'm going to make it where you guys, when you become a paid member, you can, you'll be able to offer free vacations unlimited to your family, friends, coworkers, prospects, your team members, unlimited. If you need 1,000 vacations, and if you need a ton of hotel savings cards and or dining vouchers, you guys can get them. But I'm really, really excited, and I want to go over some things with you very, very quickly. And I'm going to show you how this is going to benefit you and take your business to the next level. If you're interested in becoming a millionaire in the business, that's making, at least 7 figures yearly, annually, then you're going to want to become a paid member and get on this course that I'm going to be offering, because it is a 12-month course / 12 module system. And you get everything else that I was just talking about in that paid membership group. So you get ongoing training and things with me one-on-one, and you'll be in a group setting. You'll be in a conglomerate where you'll be able to tap into the resources that we have. Another great thing we're going to have is, an amazing lending system. I partner with a guy who's my wife and I, he's mentoring us. He is a business loan broker. So basically, and he has his own academy. So he teaches other business loan brokers how to do the deals, to fund deals, and he has the access with the best lenders on the planet. So to make this exclusive, when you become a part of this new membership, this road that we're jumping on here in a couple of days, you'll have access to the best lenders on the planet to get your deals done, whether it be fix and flip, buy and hold, REOs, foreclosure, doesn't matter, single family, multifamily, commercial, all types of commercial property, from hotels, property that need to be renovated, land deals, pardon me, even my wife and I are doing something big in Orlando, Florida. It's a development deal. Even those deals, this guy has the funding sources for them, and you won't have to worry about everything, being watered down and so many people posting in this group because it's a paid membership group only. So it won't be saturated with a bunch of fakers and guys that can't get the job done. Now the integrity that we operate in my current group, we flag, and if people are spamming, we ban them. You guys know how I operate. I don't like to see scammers, people that are saying they can do things that they can't and not holding up their end of the bargain with their integrity. We block those people. But the group is at 8,000 members and above now, at almost 8,300 members, and we can't really control the volume like we used to. We're getting almost 1,000 posts per hour. So to give more exclusivity and so you guys have more access to me, we had to start a new platform. And that's what I'm going to be discussing today. So I can only take 10% of you guys with me. So if you're watching this video and you want to go over on this side, once I reach 800 or 850 members, 8,300, we have 8,300, so that means 830 members can come with me, and as the group grows, let's say we get to 30,000 this year, that's the projections. I can only take 3,000 people over here in this exclusive group, this exclusive group with us. So if that's you, go ahead. Once I'm done today, decide what level you want to come in at, and then we'll make it happen for you. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and get started. I have a lot to cover. I only have like 20 minutes to cover it, so let's get started. So again, you're in a private webinar. Okay, the webinar didn't go well yesterday, so I had to redo this. But for coming, as I said, you'll get a free vacation for 2, and you can get a dining voucher for $300 and a hotel savings card. So let's get started. You just email me and say, hey, Jimmy, I want to go to Vegas, or I want to go to Cancun, Mexico, or I want to go to Bali, Indonesia. You guys know what I have. Just pick one of those places and send me an email address, and we'll get that over to you right away. So yeah, we were just talking about the direction of the team. So the regular group that I have now, the regular group that we have now, the free group, if you're not ready to go over on this side for paid membership and access to me, sorry. You guys can stay over on the free side because I'm going to always have something for everyone. However, there's limited access in the current group, and the direction of the group it's taken off, right? But over in that group, there's very limited access to me. So the 2 times you can access me during the week is going to be on Wednesdays when I do a live webinar with my wife between 1 and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York time or Florida time, Georgia time. That's 10 o'clock West Coast time. That's Pacific Standard Time, pardon me. And you have me for an hour, so you can ask me questions live on the spot. And but with 100 people that's hopping on, sometimes 200 people that hop on Facebook Live, I can't get to everyone. So I can only give you guys, the feedback in that time frame. Sometimes I don't go back to those posts until a week later because I'm so busy with other things. But if you get me and my wife reads me the question, I answer it on the spot. If it's something to do with double closing, or for something to do with multifamily, fix and flip, how do you structure a deal? How do you pick the best title company, and those kind of things? How do I get the EMD, the earnest money down, and how do I know if it's a really good deal? What are the best ways to get the ARV, and all those questions on the spot, and I answer them right there. But again, an hour is not going to do it. It just isn't. But if you get me, you'll get the answers as those questions come in. And then on Thursdays, if you need more one-on-one time with me and you're on the free side, the free group, free mentorship, you can call me between 2 and 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right. However, I have like 50 and sometimes up to 100 people trying to call me. And if I'm on another call, that call has to go to my voicemail and I can't get to them until later. And if I don't get to them by 5 o'clock, they have to wait until next week. Because if someone calls me, and here's something key, I can only spend 5 to 10 minutes per call, because if I give you more time than that, then I'm going to underserve someone else who needs the precious time just to at least connect with me and tell me what their vision is within that 5 or 10 minute span, and then tell me a little bit about their project to see what I can do to help them. Anytime more than that, it's going to be taken from them. So I can take the call, but anything over 10 minutes, then I actually, we have to start charging for those calls. And I don't want to do that if you're a free member. But if you want me for 30 minutes, that's going to be $50. If it's an hour, it's $100. But I can take the call for free for 5 to 10 minutes. That's on the free side. All right. Again, I don't want to underserve other people just to make you exclusive or give you more exclusivity without having to pay for it, because it's not fair to them. So that's why again, that's another reason we're creating this group over here where you can have me more, a lot more. In fact, with the basic package, I'm going to go over the packages momentarily here, but for the base package, I think you can schedule a time with me for like an hour, one-on-one, whether it be on a live webinar or a phone call, and I'm going to help you based on your goals and dreams. Whatever you want to establish for yourself, I can help you with that by virtue of, you being active and being fully invested in yourself. That's what this new group's about. Exclusivity, building your vision, your dream, and allowing me to help you shape and mold that and put together the pieces together for your success for real estate. It's going to come down to your mindset. All right. And you can do whatever you put your mind to, but again, you have to have the right mindset and put your mind to it to get it done. So this private members only group is going to have access to our website as well. So you'll be able to log into the back office eventually. My wife's working on it currently. She's the one that has built, all their websites and everything. Her entire team has done that, and she's going to give you guys access to get in there. Okay. Now here's some of the benefits that you're going to get. Again, more exclusive access, direct access with me one-on-one. We just talked about that. It's exclusive, so everybody can't be there. That's one of the things that makes it special. Now we have a special big group, okay, because we have a lot of activity. Maybe 50% of the people in that group are newbies. And so they're coming in, they're putting deals under contract, they're confident. And the guys that are old school, some of us who have been around a little bit longer, it inspires us to go out and do better, to do more, to go, to go into other areas like real estate development and multifamily, where more of the bigger money is, and that's the power of the group that we have now. But this exclusive group is, again, only 10% of those people can come. Now, here are some of the things you're going to be getting. All right. Again, it's a 12-month course. I didn't mention that before, but I'm saying it now. So you're going to get two things. You're going to get, when it comes to the actual educational side of it, you're going to get a 12-month course, and you're going to also get 12 modules. So the 12 modules, I'm pre-recording them now, which is going to be 12 hours of content on 12 different topics. The most that my wife and I feel, and other real estate investors feel, are probably the most important keys right now to building $1 million business. And the name of the course is how to make, I'm going to show you how to create a six to seven figure income, or how to become a legit millionaire with a 7-figure income and do it over and over again consistently. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you how to do. 6 figures is great, but most people, they want to do more than just 6 figures, because even today, and depending what city you live in, 6 figures doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to retire. But 7 figures will probably get the job done. So I'm going to give you 12 modules, 12 different topics, and each month, starting in April, I'm going to be teaching on one topic per month. So for an example, the first month is going to be multifamily, okay? Multifamily is what I'm going to be talking about. But before I talk about that, let me back up. So you're going to have me several times a week, if you're in the paid membership group, live over the, on conference calls and on webinars where I do, and it's going to be more on Facebook Lives in that new group for you guys. So you can ask me questions so we can talk and game plan. And then, the one-on-one sessions as well. All right. But for the entire month, I'm going to talk on one topic. So the first month is multifamily. I'm going to be talking about everything about multifamily, because everybody's been asking me all these questions about, hey, Jimmy, how can I make $1 million in one transaction? I'm doing fix and flips, and I'm only doing 2 deals a year, and I'm making $70,000, which is still, if what job is going to pay you $70,000 without having a really good education and you being at the right place at the right time? You go out and you flip 2 houses, you make $35,000 a piece, and you put $70,000 of cash in your pocket. Well, I have people coming back to me saying, hey, that's not enough. How can I make $300,000 or $400,000 in one transaction as a wholesaler selling, a Marriott hotel? And I teach you how to do that. So I'm going to take a month of your time and my time to dissect all this, help you dissect all this information I'm going to give you, and then I'll put it on the platter so you can implement what you see. And you're going to implement it based on putting together a plan of purpose, a definite plan of purpose to make it happen, by virtue of you staying actively in the system, learning it, and using this conglomerate to your benefit. Okay, that's how you're going to do it. Number two, wholesaling 101. I'm going to teach you everything about wholesaling. So if there's something you don't really understand about wholesaling, within that month's time, you're going to get a module, like it's going to be between an hour, hour and a half, that you can go and watch that module. And then for the whole month, I'm going to be discussing it live. Okay, month number 3, this is the big one here. Some of you guys have, you're in the city and you're doing good as a wholesaler, but you're by yourself. You're trying to scale your business up from $10,000 a month to $100,000. Well, you can't do that by yourself in most cases unless you're doing, you're big in multifamily. You're getting multifamily deals done each month. But in most cases, it's hard to get a multifamily deal done in a month. Most of them, every 6 months or a year. Unless you have a lot of traffic coming in, you have a ton of buyers coming in that are buying everything you're coming up. It's much easier to build a team of, let's just start with 10 wholesalers. And those 10 wholesalers in your team, you build your team like a sales force, as if you were selling another product. You know how they do it. You come into the office, they motivate you for the day, everybody goes out, make those sales, they come back in, and the team lead, the person who's teaching and inspiring and leading the team gets a cut of what everyone else does. That's how this works, being a team builder, okay? You build a team, and then let's say you have 10 guys that go out, and in that month, everyone, all the men and women in your organization, if there's only 10, 5 and 5, they get one deal done for $10,000. That's $100,000 of total revenue that went through your business. And you can split with them 60-40 or 50-50. If you do 50-50 with them, you get one deal done. That's $10,000 for you, but you got another $50,000 over here. You got another 9 people over here. 5 times 9, which is $45,000. Because the other 9 people did what you did, right? Plus your 10, that's 55 grand. That's what you did, right? And it's much easier to be a millionaire doing that, because to be a legit millionaire, your income needs to be about $80,000, $85,000, $90,000 per month consistently, residual income. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it, because you'll be over the $1 million mark at the end of the year. But I teach you how to do that, and it takes a month to show you how to do it. It takes time, all right? Mentorship 101. I'm going to stick a pin right here. This is a big one here. Guys, if you watch most of the videos I talk about, I always start the video about, how you should find yourself a mentor. Not just one. I always say between 5, 6, or 7, but 5. Okay? Guys that know different areas of real estate. I have several in my life. And so I'm going to teach you how to do that and how to duplicate yourself so you can become a mentor one day. Because remember, as that information and knowledge comes in, you want to regurgitate it towards people who are willing and worth your time as you build your team, where you have a conglomerate where it's not relying on you by yourself. You get a system together, and those guys, those men and women start working together, and that money starts pouring. You want them to know what you know so that they can take the business to the next level. So when you decide to go to Cancun for 6 months, your business is still making money. But mentorship is a big part of that. We show you how to do that. And again, you just want to give because it keeps coming back. You want to share the knowledge that I'm giving you and share it with them. So, and in mentorship, what I'm going to do, depending on what level package that you have, I'm going to personally try to introduce you to some of the mentors that pour into my life. All right, 2 in particular. One of the guys, he does something called triple net properties. He's fantastic at it. I let him meet one of my students a while back, one of my students that are in my free course, and because she wanted to know about triple net properties. If you guys are not familiar with triple net, very simple. It's basically, someone that goes and buys the buildings or the properties where major corporations are leasing those properties. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Dollar General, you know what I mean? Ace Hardware Store, there's so many more that are doing that, Blimpie, Subs, all these corporations that make a ton of money. And sometimes what they do is they'll move into a neighborhood, a community, and they'll sign a lease for 30 years to be there. McDonald's makes about a year, $500,000, $1 million a year. They have even a bad McDonald's, but they have to pay, if they don't own the actual building, they got to pay the person who owns the building, a certain fee per month to have it. So if they're making $500,000 or $1 million a year, and the lease is, 10 or 15,000, 20,000 per month, well, you go and buy the building, and they'll have to pay you. That's what you call a triple net property. And there's corporations all over the country that do it. Major corporations that have a ton of money, okay, Dollar General, Family Dollar, those are those are on the rise, okay? Subway. And they do that. And so the triple net guys who own the property, they got that residual income coming in. All they do is they go and buy the property with their own cash or with a loan. So if you get a loan for $1 million and, you know, you're paying back, you know, $1,500, $2,000 a month on the loan, but McDonald's is paying you, you know, $10,000 a month, you put the other $7,000, $8,000 in your pocket. I have a mentor that does it. I'm going to bring him on, you know, when we have some certain webinars and have you guys talk to him, but you have to be at a certain level in the paid membership to get access to him. Another guy I know, I talk about him all the time. You guys hear me rave about him. He's done about 160 deals now, somewhere in there. And all he does is multifamily deals, wholesales them. He goes out, he has direct access to the seller on major deals. I'm talking deals from 100 million up to $1 billion. He knows some of the owners that own these properties. You know, Marriott Hotel, Four Seasons, properties up in Soho, New York City, some of those big properties in Miami and you know, in Los Angeles, California, and Beverly Hills. I mean, then $200 or $300 million properties, and he knows how to get direct access to them, and he has his own buyers list. And this guy, you know, has a very, very strong way of vetting his buyers. If the buyers don't come back to him and verify that they're a real buyer with a real proof of funds in 30 days, he takes them off of his list. And one of his biggest deals to date has been a deal he put together, and he made $1.5 million. True story. I tell this story all the time, guys. He brought together a deal, brought a buyer and a seller together on a Marriott deal, and it was him and one more person. I think it was the seller's mandate. Him and the seller's mandate split a $3 million paycheck at the end because, you know, the buyer paid that 3% fee. You know, you bring the buyer and seller together, the seller has to, you know, the seller tells the buyer, hey, listen, I got this property for X amount of dollars, make an offer for it. And I think the offer was he wanted 110, he got 100 million for it. And the buyer agreed to pay 3% of 100 million. They both walked away with $1.5 million at the closing. It happens all the time in this business. All right. And I'm going to have him come on sometimes and maybe share his story so you can see how he did it. I recently lost a deal myself, and I hate talking about it because it makes my head hurt. We lost an $85 million deal ourselves. You know, it was a Texas deal toward the end because we had issues with someone on the team in the group who started arguing about the payout. Now, my particular company was going to make like 600 grand. And these other two guys that were on the deal started arguing because I didn't really know what I was doing quite yet. My mentor kept telling me, stay away from daisy chains. And I did that. I didn't do that. And I lost like $600,000 because these guys started arguing. The buyer and seller said, no, I'm not paying all these people. I'm done. Okay, so you can learn from your mistakes. So me as your mentor, I don't want you to make those same mistakes. And so me and my other mentor, we're going to kind of walk you through it, but we're going to take a month to show you how to do that. But that's the power of having a mentor. They can help circumvent the learning curve, and you can make tons of money with us and with them. Okay, list building, another big one I'm going to talk about. REOs 101, direct seller on direct buyers access. I didn't put it in there, but direct seller and direct buyer access. Aggressive vetting. Software revolution, okay, and virtual wholesaling. These two go together because if you are in wholesaling, and if you haven't been paying attention, guys, software, okay, is revolutionary itself because, you know, it has changed the game for real estate investors because now, you know, we used to have to do driving for dollars or rely on someone else in another city to go look at a property and all of that stuff, which is still important to have people in other places. But because you have great software now, I can outbid and beat my competition. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, but I can beat the competition in Los Angeles, California, Beverly Hills, and those, because I have a software that can go in there and find and pinpoint what part of Beverly Hills is doing very well. If it's the north side and I see 100 investors over there who bought 100 properties last month, I have software that goes in there and tells me what they paid for it and what it looked like before they put it in a contract, how they negotiated the deal, and it also tells me what they put it back on the market and sold it for. It shows me the ARV, asking price and profit. So I know exactly what part of Beverly Hills I can go and invest before the guys who are over there know it. Because if they don't have the software, then I have more access. I can make a call, put in an offer, and I can be ahead of the competition. So virtual wholesaling is where it's going, no matter how much we want to say it's not going there. In fact, I was reading an article and I'm wrapping up here. I'm almost done. I'm going to go over the packages. But I was reading an article. It was about the CEO of Zillow. They are coming out with, listen, they're putting multiple millions of dollars into this project. They're coming out with something where you can go on your cell phone. I don't have my cell phone in front of me, but you can go on that thing and you can click on a button. You can pull up a property, put in an offer for it, do all your due diligence by clicking a button, sign the contract on your cell phone, make the purchase in one day. They're working on something like that right now. Okay, it's been in the works, and it's going to put a lot of people out of business because they're not ready to go ahead of the curve. So virtual wholesaling is where it's at. So you want to be ahead of that curve. Technology, it can be good and bad because there's some bad technology too, right? But this is good technology here. But you want to be ahead of that curve, and I'm going to be talking about how to be ahead of it instead of behind it. Because again, y'all always hear me say, if you're stuck in the middle, you're going to get lost in there because you got to build. You know, I don't want to exaggerate here, but you got, you know, multiple millions of average people, average wholesalers, average investors, average realtors in the middle, and they all get lost. I don't want that to be you guys, all right? Okay, month number 11, module number 11 is going to be integrity. Integrity is critical. You have to have integrity in business, and I take a month to go over that. I teach you the right way to do deals, the right way to build relationships. That's because there's a right way in real estate and a wrong way. You have, you know, bad realtors. I just heard yesterday from one of my students that there was a realtor that was doing some shady business on a deal. And I told her, be very careful. Don't sign anything with him. Where he wanted to change the documents and do something with the contract. He wanted to add a certain person to the contract that wasn't supposed to be there and then take him off at the end. And he didn't want to sign a joint venture with her, you know, and it got real shady when it came to the assignment part of the contract. So you got people that do bad business in all aspects of business, but I'm not going to let it happen on my clock. I don't want any one of you to come on board and take this part of the course and still come out and not understand the power of integrity. A good name goes further than any amount of money you can make. People will respect you, and you'll go further. Okay, and you don't want to end up going to jail over something stupid. You don't. But if you do things with characters, you know, lay your foundation with character and integrity, you'll never have to worry about that. Sure, people can lie on you, but it's not going to work in a court of law as long as you know you're right by the book. I have, you know, someone that we use. She's a lawyer, and she helps most of my newbies in all 50 states when it comes to wholesalers. If you have basic questions, and she's not cheap, you got to pay for her time, all right? But it's time worth it. One of my quotes, I said, "Pay now or pay later." Pay to have the right people around you now. That's i.e., quote, guys, the right attorneys, legal, because the legalities of real estate, and I'm going to talk about the legal things and the integrity portion. I might have her come on and talk. Her name is Victoria Broussard. I might have her come on and do a talk, you know, a group talk with us, and you guys can use her services, but it's going to be awesome. But integrity is number 11, month number 11, and month number 12 is a big one. Module number 12. I'm going to be talking about credit angels. There's two types of credit angels, okay? Let me talk about gap funders first. Gap funders are more on the low end. Okay, if you have a property, you want to put that property in a contract, you want to buy it, fix it up, put it back on the market. You need a gap funder to probably help you with, you know, down payment, earnest money down, and closing costs. You know, sometimes that could be $20,000 to $30,000 or $40,000, somewhere in there, right? And you got to tell the gap funder, hey, listen, I need you, you know, because you need them to have a 680 credit score sometimes, and making, you know, $40,000, $50,000 a year. You know, they have to have certain criteria. We have a funding department that pre-qualifies them, but you need somebody that's in that arena, that sphere, to come in and give you those funds to get your deal in the works. And then when you turn around, you sell it 60 days later. You know, you can do a couple things with them. You can say, hey, listen, I'll put you in on the property. We can make the residual income together on the monthly income that it's generating, or you can pay them back over a year and give them 10 or 15 or 20% on their money. That's a gap funder. Now, the guys that want the big stuff, you guys, you know, where the big girls and big guys are, you want to be in that arena where they're making, you know, $100 million on getting certain properties under contract and funding $100 million deals, then you're going to need this guy over here, this credit angel over here. Not so much for good credit. Good credit's good. 750, 800 is good, but what's going to make you the most money and that you can leverage the credit angel the most is if they have high income. Because remember, when you put a property under contract and, you know, they want you to put down $1 million. If the profit, let's say you get a good multifamily, it's worth $10 million. It's a hotel, right? And all the pieces are together. The cap rate's 9%. You know, the NOI is really, really good. They have a strong team of, you know, people who keep the place up and everything. Everything's in place, but you still need the down payment. You don't have it. You have the loan and everything. You got to go to one of these guys and say, hey, listen, I see that you make almost $1 million a year, because we have somebody like that on our team. He's a construction guy. He makes about $1.2 million on paper. This is the guy that can walk up to any, you know, of the, you know, the credit guys and say, listen, I need a line of credit to help my partner close this deal for, you know, I need a line of credit for $1 million. And guess what? They'll give it to him because he has the high income. They won't give it to a regular guy if he has great credit. If you have great credit, you might get 100,000, but you're not going to get anything to 400,000 and 500,000 and $1 million. No, but this guy can, because he has liquid cash he's making. And so I see it happen all the time in this business. But that's where you want to be if you want to get huge deals done. You need a credit angel to get you. And what you do is you negotiate with the credit angel, make it to his benefit or to her benefit. They're putting up the money, right? So what you want to do is form an LLC with them. And I talk about this as well. An LLC. And have them, you know, basically say, hey, listen, you know, I want you to be a silent investor. I don't want you doing much of anything. You're just going to put up the money. And if you want to do it 60-40, whatever is comfortable with you. But we establish that LLC so we all make money and that you're happy. That's all you want. You want that person happy. I'm going to take a month and go over that with you guys so you make sure you have it. By the end of this thing, you're going to be like, guys, Jimmy, I am exhausted. Let's go to something else. And that's what I want you to have so much information to where you're so confident, you know what to do. You're not thinking about it anymore. All right, let's go over what you're going to be getting here as far as the membership levels, and we're going to be closing. Okay. So again, these are the things you'll have access to. All right, that other people are not going to have access to. You'll have access to products and services that our current free Facebook mentoring group does not have unless they're paying for. So like I said before, certain softwares, like that software I was talking about earlier, it's called the Privy software. You have to pay for it. It's, you know, it's $580 for the entire year, or it's $97 to sign up for it, $99 per month, $97 per month. If you go to the, you know, certain levels with us here, it's those softwares are going to be included, and you know, specifically the middle level and the higher level. All right, but you're going to have access to all this stuff being a paid member. All right, so the first level is the gold level membership. All right, there's certain things that come with that. The software doesn't come with this one, but and I'm going to show you what those come with. $199 is the middle level. Okay, and the highest level is $249. Now, let me just go ahead and put this in here. Now, if you guys want to pay for the year for $249, my wife and I will give you guys a discount. All right, let me pull out the calculator. Let's just take a look here. So let's say $249 times 12, right? That's about $3,000 a year. All right. What we'll do is we'll take off $500. So if you pay for the year, we'll do it for $24.99. Okay, for the year. All right, fair enough. Let's just put that there, $24.99. I'm doing it wrong here. All right. Okay. Oh, that's just $24.99 one time. Okay. All right, $199. Let's look at that one. $199. Because I want you guys to see the savings here, times 12. All right. We'll take $500 off of that one. So we'll do, let's do $1,700. Let's do $1,700. Yeah. Or $1,699. Okay. And gold, that's like $1,200, right? We'll take off $500 for that one. We'll do $700 for the year. All right, there you go. All right, those are the savings that we'll provide. So it's $99 per month or $700 one time for the year, okay? All right. Number two, $199 per month or $16.99 for the year one time. Level number 3 is $249 per month and $24.99 for the year. All right. Now, for some of you who just want to be a part of the group and you're not going to have access to all the training, you'll just be in that group. We're considering, doing a membership level of $49.99. That's just to be a part of the group, and that's it. Okay. Okay. For $49 a month, that's the entry level to get in. Okay. To the paid group. All right, and you don't really get much for that. I mean, I don't really recommend starting here because you'll be in the group and you'll have exclusivity because I'll be posting some videos in there, some free videos. But as far as the access to me and being able to set aside time with me, those kind of things, you won't really have access to them. You can still participate in the free membership level to do that. You can get me on Thursdays and watch my live free webinar, Facebook Lives on Wednesday. But this gets you in the group. And to really make it happen, I recommend these 3 levels here. Okay, if you want to pay for the year for this one, we'll do it for $399 for the year. One time, okay? And that's entirely up to you guys. I mean, that's how we're going to do that. All right. All right. So depending on the subscription level, and we're wrapping up here. If you come in at the $99 level or above, I'm going to give every one of you, that's, pretty much all of you, access to promote to your team members unlimited vacations, hotel savings cards, and dining vouchers to family, friends, colleagues, and team members. Doesn't matter who it is. So the thing that you see me doing, you guys can do it too. All right? It's fantastic. I think it's an amazing promotion, and trust me, it'll boost your sales, it'll boost your credibility, and people will respect you. It gives your business a different feeling, a different level of respect, a different level of professionalism. If you're giving things away and it's professional, as you're dealing with another big company. Book VIP is world renowned. They've made over almost $500 million in sales over the last few years, giving away free vacations, and people go to destinations and they upgrade their packages, and it's a really good company. So that's my gift to you for getting in. Even at the $99 level, you'll have access to do that. If you say, hey Jimmy, I need 500 vacations to send out, you got it. As long as you're a member, send us your name and email to the client, or the client's information, or your email, and I'll get that vacation out to you, or that card out to you. Okay. Access to certain softwares, I talked about that earlier. To find off-market deals and pull comps. When you're at the $199 level and above, you get that. Number 3, my wife and I are going to provide free videos with paid actors and even a free whiteboard video if you need one done, and I'll write the script for you. If you're trying to brand yourself, and I'm going to talk about branding as well, you definitely want to be able to have access to be able to create a nice video, especially for a landing page if you're trying to capture leads. And I talk about that on this other video here, okay, about getting a landing page. I talk a lot about it. The power of having exclusivity in your landing page. You got to make it look like you are different than the other wholesalers, and you got about 60 seconds to capture their attention to have them opt in. All right, and I talk all about that, but a whiteboard video, those whiteboards where you see a guy's handwriting, talking about the business, you see him drawing pictures, and ultimately toward the end, it promotes your LLC, phone number where they can contact you, and you give them a call to action at the bottom to opt in, and you put them on your lead cap, they go into your lead system, and that's how you build your list for buyers or sellers, whatever you're trying to do, that's how you do it. But we give you access to call us and say, hey, listen, I need a video, and we do that for free for you. Number 4, here's a big one. If you guys come in at the $249 level, we call it the mastermind level, you're going to get a free, you get 2 free VIP tickets for you and your spouse to come to and those VIP tickets are worth $499, by the way. Let me just put that there. Okay, VIP tickets to our convention in Miami in December. Okay? They're worth $499 a piece. Okay, so that's a big save. So for $249, or you pay, the $24.95 for the year, you get 2 tickets to come to that event. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have Jay Morrison there, guys. I'm trying to work on some other people. I can't say their names. Big names in real estate. And I'm going to be speaking for a little bit, but most of the other guys, some of them are going to be my mentors. It's going to be there. Jansen, the guy that's the business loan broker, has his own broker academy, who's the guy he's funding all of my deals now for my current customers and my students. Him and his entire team's going to be there. But yeah, this is where you want to be. And I can only take 100 members at the $249 level. All right. And with this level, you get pretty much everything. You get me when you want me. You know what I mean? And one more thing I'm going to do, once a year, I'm going to have a real mastermind in person where you guys can fly down here to Atlanta. I'm going to get a mansion, maybe with a Rolls Royce, so we can go hang out, and it's going to be paid catering for the entire day, where you can come in, we can hang out, and we can game plan, and I can see what you're doing. You'll have me one-on-one to mastermind with you to help get your business to where you feel it should be. If you want to be, a deca millionaire, that means someone who makes at least $10 million a year. There's a game plan and a strategy for that. If you want to be a millionaire, 7 figures, there's a game plan for that. If you want to be a high-level multi-thousandaire, which is $300,000 or $400,000 a year, there's a plan for that. But when we talk and meet in person, we can go over it as a conglomerate, okay, and individually. So yeah, you definitely want to be here, okay? Now I'm only taking 100 people for this level, okay? All right, and once it's there, I'm done. I can't take any more for that. But the other 700 of you, the other 10% of the group, can be at the other levels, all right? You'll get free access to the deals that I get directly from my mentors, because remember, I have a mentor, one of the guys that's been teaching me multifamily for some time now, him and his partner. He's been with Keller Williams for over 30 years, and he's built so many relationships with off-market sellers. He doesn't do a lot of things with Keller Williams anymore. He got his own brand. In fact, he has his own private equity firm where he buys and sells multifamily himself, but he sends me great off-market deals, guys. He has personal relationships with these sellers. So these are not daisy chains. Me and him partner together and a corporation. So we work together, and I'll give you access to that list. Now, because I haven't started the new group yet, some of the people in the old group still have access. When I post something, I just posted something recently, $5 billion in assets, and that's one of the lists that I got from him. He knows these people personally. It's one thing to have a mentor that say they know and they don't really know. That's not much of a mentor, right? But this guy actually knows these people. All right. I have another mentor that's in Tampa, Florida. He knows the whole city of Tampa like the back of his hand, and he knows about all the multifamily deals out there, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, and all that. Mentors just give you access, and that's what you're going to get with this. All right. Number 6, access. You're going to get to some of the mentors that I have speaking into my life. Like I told you before, you can only get them if you're at the highest level, at this level. All right. And what I'll do is if some of you guys are not at this level and you can't, you don't have the money to do it, every now and then I'll do a raffle. I'll do a drawing where I'll actually, I'll hold a contest and see who's the most productive. And then I'll reward you as if you were in the mastermind group. So when we do a mastermind the one time a year in Atlanta, you might get a personal invite, or I might let you, speak to one of our mentors. But you got to be at this level or higher to be able to earn it, without having to do anything extra. You have to pay for it. I think I said that backwards. You got to earn it through a contest to have access to do what we're doing at this level, or you just pay the fee, the $24.95 for the year or $249 monthly. Last but not least, I just talked about it. I'm gonna make sure that I do this once a year for you guys. It's gonna be awesome. I want to meet some of you guys face to face. If I don't see you, if you can't get in at this level, I definitely want to see you at the Miami convention. I want to see you there to talk to you, to shake your hand. My wife and I want to personally meet you. Whether you can get involved with this or not, I'm going to highly recommend that you choose one of those levels. But if you do or not, I don't want to let you know that you're any less important, because you're all important to me and my wife. You are our vision. Without you, there will be no us. So whether you're on the free side or the paid side, the love and respect for you and honor for you and your family is still the same. But to give you guys more exclusivity and to give you the best of me and the best of my time and my resources. I'm not going to just give you my time and mentorship, but I want to give you the resources and the plan of action. As long as you come with a definite plan of purpose and willing to commit, you know, with persistence and the resilience that you have, which I know is in there, I'm going to do everything I can to help you manifest what's inside. Let me say that again. If you're willing to commit, I'm going to do my best to give you what's inside of you. I'm going to help you bring it out in the form of your vision, so you can get the manifestation of what you've been praying about, what you've been believing about as it pertains to real estate. You guys have been phenomenal. I'm sorry that I'm getting this video to you so late, but I'm glad I had to remake it, because this way there's no interruptions, and I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. And I believe in you. I'm pretty sure the people if you're married, your spouses believe in you, your children believe in you, the Most High believes in you. But the most important person to believe is you have to believe in yourself. You can make it. You can do it. The biggest enemy to stop you is you. The biggest person that's going to promote you and put you up there is you. I can push you, I can cheerlead, I can get on the sideline with you as your mentor and push you, and you know, you can find 10 other mentors, but you have to put the work in, and you have to have the mindset to say, you know what, I'm not going to quit. Guys, after 50 different business well, not 50 different jobs and 40 different business opportunities, which is 90 different ventures that I explored in over 43 years of my life, I'm just now finding success. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I don't want you getting rich when you're old. If you're young, I want you to circumvent the learning curve. And if you're already old, I don't want it to take another 5 or 10 years to make it. But the reality is you have to put the sweat equity in. You have to sweat for it. And it's more of the mental sweat equity than the physical sweat equity when you start working smart, not hard. And I want to help you circumvent that learning curve. I want you to get it, but I want you to get it the right way by laying the right foundation. And if there's anything I can leave you with, is quitting can never be an option for you. You cannot quit. I believe in you. I believe that you can make it. I believe that you're going to make it. All right? And if you're interested in moving forward and getting on the paid side, the membership where you can get the time and the help and the resources that you really need, then go ahead and inbox me after you read this, or call me, leave a message. You guys have my number. The best number to reach me right now, I'm going to pull it up really, really quick here. That number is it's 404-720-9034. 404-720-9034. Okay? And I believe in you. Again, I might believe in you more than you believe in yourself right now. But we want it to be where you believe in yourself more than anything else. You have everything that you need within you. A couple of books I'm going to recommend that you read in closing. Think and Grow Rich. I read it once a year for several years by Napoleon Hill. He did a life story and a lifetime. He followed this guy around, did a lifetime autobiography of a guy named Andrew Carnegie. He was in the coal business. Very successful, super, super rich guy. He followed him around for several years and learned. Andrew taught him the secrets and the successful habits, the habits of successful millionaires. He taught what they did and how they did it. So he learned and he documented. I think there was 12 habits that they do. One of the main ones is persistence. And he taught, what makes perfect sense, that persistence is going to outweigh and outlast talent and gifts. If you persist and don't quit and have the resilience to keep going and the fortitude, the person who has a talent and the gifts may run out one day, because if you may get tired, right? I mean, not to knock and throw shade on people who are talented, but it's the person who endures to the end and has the longevity. And he goes on to say that it's going to outweigh talent any day. And I'm telling you the same thing. Resilience, persistence is going to win. Just don't quit. But read that book. Try to read it once a year to get your mindset where it needs to be. And if you're going to be dealing with people in real estate, because I hear people all the time say, I'm not going to deal with anybody. I'm going to make my money. It's just going to be me by myself. And that's not the case, because real estate is real, R-E-A-L. You're dealing with R-E-A-L people, R-E-A-L properties, R-E-A-L contracts, REAL corporations, and different systems, and all those that I just named, people own them or are a part of them. People own corporations, they own systems, and they own buildings. So you're going to be dealing with people. So if you're going to deal with real people, you have to deal with your reality. You have to get the right mindset and the right revelation or understanding that you can't run away from that. So the book I'm going to recommend for you is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. How to win friends and influence people. Another good book to read so you can change your mindset about how you're going to deal with folks. You got to deal with them, okay? That being said, my time is far spent. If there's anything else I can do to help you, again, inbox me or call me and make an appointment, and let's make it happen, okay? I'll see you guys up here at the top. Not down there, up here. There's a lot more space up here because, a lot of people don't keep going until they get to the top. But I want to make sure you're there so we can get there together. Take care. Blessings to you. Bye-bye.